Live in the heart of Raleigh for the final matchup in the preseason WNIT. It's the Kansas State Wildcats, a top 10 scoring defense, taking on the NC State Wolfpack, a top 10 scoring offense. Two heavy hitters on a perfect Friday night for women's college basketball. We welcome you courtside, and it all begins with NC State earning a club that scored 91 points in their last 3 games. What's been clicking offensively?
Well, it's been clicking offensively. It's been getting the ball up and down the court, knocking down three-point shots. Elise Conane has been getting great position down low and scoring, and their defensive intensity has risen.
Diamond Johnson starred off the bench. How did the sophomore take over against Townsend?
Man, she came off the bench with it. She's an offensive spark plug. Came out here, she is knocking down the three-point shot. That's her game. Pull up, nice pull up three-pointer right there. And here's her go to the whole game. Diamond was shining bright against Townsend.
With a team-high 16, Kansas State counters with an All-American candidate in the post, Ayoka Lee. How can she dominate tonight?
Well, she's been dominating all season so far with a 43-point game. She's been averaging 30 points a game and 11 rebounds and 3 blocks. She's tough down there.
Ayoka Lee's such a presence, and there's so much more to her, as Marilyn Payne explains.
Ayoka Lee's defensive performance is the most important thing that she does for this K-State team. Head coach Jeff Mittie says she's the defensive general on the floor, and her improvement in communication has made their whole team communicate better and get better position every time they're on defense. In particular, tonight, Lee will be up against Elise Conane in the paint, and the battle for position there, the battle for what happens before the catch is going to determine how things go for the National Player of the Week. And Elise Conane, of course, the NC State star.
Thank you, Marilyn. All Ayoka Lee's done is score 29 points a game. And Alyssa Conane, we asked her this week, what must you do to have success? She says, I have to win my battle with Lee.
Yeah, she's the All-American. You know, Ayoka Lee, she's the All-American candidate, but Elise Conane has to show up for the Wolfpack to win today.
Just the 4th ever meeting between these clubs, and a lot on the line, as each team has starred on the defensive end for Kansas State, on the offensive end for NC State. And away we go at Reynolds Coliseum. Kansas State starts with the basketball. Not a great three-point shooting team. Shoots just 21%, but they pound the ball into the post. And on the first possession, Ayoka Lee drops it in.
Right, she got position down low on Conane. Nice jump hook shot.
Here's the starters for Wes Moore. Kai Crutchfield scored in double figures this past weekend. She's in the guard position. And Conane, 2 double-doubles this last week. Gets an easy layup.
Yeah, Conane right back at you. Nice drop step, jump hook for the All-American.
Meanwhile, Kansas State without 2 starters this year due to injury. Savannah Simmons at point guard and Rachel Ranke, the three-point shooter. So young players, Jalen Glenn, the twin sister, and Serena Sundell, a freshman in the attack.
Yeah, they got a young core group out on the perimeter.
Jeff Mittie loves Sundell, who comes up strong on the 3.
And that's the shot they're going to have to knock down if they're going to be able to stay in the game here with the Wolfpack.
NC State, meanwhile, no struggle from deep. 10 three-pointers a night, and Kayla Jones gets him started.
KJ with a nice three-point shot from the perimeter.
Kayla Jones, starred in her debut in this building, has picked up consistency, 9 points a game. And NC State lineup only 2 in double figures. However, their challenge tonight is stopping Ayoka Lee.
Yeah, they're battling down low for position.
See the double team early from Perez. And just short on the layup attempt that time from Mackey. Perez, who said her team has circled this game on the calendar all week long, gets to the basket.
Sweet move to the basket by Raina Perez on the floater.
Raina Perez, such a great week and such a player who's picked up 8th in career assists among all Division I modern players. And a tip drill pass keeps it here. Wes Moore leading into this week wanted to build on more energy, more passion in practice. His club responded the last 3 nights.
Oh, yes, they have. He's got their attention. He said he had to fix some things, and I think he got their attention.
He searches for win 194 at NC State tonight. He counters with Jeff Mittie, the 8th-year Wildcat head coach. And Ayoka Lee is a perfect 2 for 2.
Yeah, Ayoka Lee has a nice touch down low. She doesn't bring the ball down. She keeps it up, and she got a nice jump hook in the lane there. She's getting position.
Ayoka Lee, the 2nd player in program history with back-to-back 30-point games, and forces a tough shot from Conane. That matchup, have to keep an eye on it all night. Two All-American candidates at the center position. Meanwhile, here's a three for Jalen Glenn. And the Wildcats 0 of 3 from downtown.
Yeah, the Wildcats only shoot 20% from three-point land. That's their Achilles heel so far this season.
NC State, no Achilles heels on offense. 91 points a game in their last 3. Led by 4 players who average 8 or more points. Such a balanced lineup, Ernie.
Yeah, they have a balanced attack.
Here's Perez getting her duties in with a bank shot, and NC State is 4 of 5 from the field.
Lorena Perez with an assortment of floaters to start off in this first quarter.
One of 7 Power 5 matchups for NC State this year. They're ready for the challenge. And on the response, good dribble drive from Simone Goodridge, the senior out of Chicago.
Simone Goodridge.
Last matchup for these clubs, 2016-17. Kansas State pulled out the win.
Kansas State is playing a 2-3 zone.
Good shot fake by Jakia Brown-Turner. However, she traveled on the second attempt. And Jeff Mittie, head coach for Kansas State, he prides his team on defense. 40 points a game allowed, having their best start in the last 5 years.
Yeah, they are tough on the defensive end. They've been playing stifling defense in these early opponents. But this number 5 team in the country is a different story.
Jeff Mittie said, we got some answers the first 4 games, but it's a whole new equation. And how about this perfect 3 of 3 start for Aoka Lee?
Oh, Yoko Lee is showing an assortment of power moves down low. She has a nice touch.
Kansas State assists on 71% of their makes. That's the best mark in the country. And a turnover for ever giving it away. However, the balanced offense, they get the ball to Lee and let her go to work early.
Yeah, and Lee, and she's producing. She is producing 3 for 3 so far, and all of those shots have been contested.
So Lee goes to the bench, and in comes 6'7" Taylor Lauterbach out of Appleton, Wisconsin.
Yeah, this 3-2 zone, this 3-2 zone.
How is it causing NC State trouble?
They're trying to find the right
Well, they find a little
combination.
mismatch as Perez picks it up with 7 on the clock. Jones a deep triple, and the Wolfpack are a perfect 2 of 2 from deep.
Yes, Jones is the glue to this team. That's her shot. She can knock down those threes. They're just trying to find the creases on the defense of the 2-3 zone. And I think they found it with that shot.
They made 30 threes in the last 3 contests. What an explosive 3-point start.
As a team, they're shooting 44% from three-point land.
And the jokester from Australia hits her first triple. Rachel Dallinger, known for her dad jokes and her deep shot that time.
Yeah, she knocked that one down. She was wide open on that, and she made the Wolfpack pay.
Dallinger out of Sydney, Australia. Just a 20% three-point shooter. That's a good start for Kansas State. Perez penetrates. Wolfpack have assisted on all 5 of their baskets. Perez calls her own number and knocks it in.
Perez is 3 for 3 to start this game off.
Both teams a perfect 3 for their last 3, Ernie. Very offensive-minded first 5 minutes.
Yeah, they're getting it started here in Reynolds Coliseum.
What a month for Kansas State. Oregon, South Carolina, and NC State in the next 5 contests. A huge stretch for Jeff Mittie's club.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge stretch for any ball club in the country.
And Perez with the steal. The senior starts the fast break. Kicks it out to Jones. Kansas State, nice job getting back defensively. The Wolfpack shooting 6 of 7 from the field, nearly perfect.
The Wolfpack still trying to figure out this zone.
And we'll take the timeout. Both clubs bringing the offense early. What a dynamic showcase here in Raleigh. This matchup will be decided in the paint today, Ernie. Oka Lee and Elisa Cunane, a good battle.
Yeah, Lee is just getting position. Here's Cunane, the nice drop step move, the left hand hook. Both centers are attacking.
Both centers
baskets
coming off double-double performances. Lee with 34 points against NCA&T, and Cunane and efficient, her 26th career double-double. What excites you most about that matchup down low?
Hey, they're both great centers. Lee is shooting 73% from the field and averaging 29 points a game. That is unbelievable.
So Camille Hobby in defensively now. Westmore goes to his bench with 4 minutes to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, there's going to be a battle here. She's going to front her. Hobby is a great low post defensive player.
Kansas State, which is 10 healthy bodies available for this game, but undermanned here in Raleigh. And searching for their first road win in 10 tries dating back to December of 2019. The club picked 8th in the preseason poll. Dallinger lets it fly. NC State, meanwhile, 6 of 7 from the field. And here comes Diamond Johnson, her first minutes, fresh off a 16-point performance. Hobby with a 3.
Hobby can hit that shot.
And the only miss from deep for NC State. Now Sundell, the true freshman point guard, who had a career-high 15 on Monday.
Yeah, the Wildcats are just moving the ball around.
Look at that movement to Ebbert, who airballs the 3, and Lee's there for the rebound. That was a huge improvement from Jeff Mitty. He noticed Lee's ability to rebound has nearly doubled from one year to the next.
Yeah, she's on the offensive glass, in the defensive glass.
It sets up a missed 3 for the Wolfpack. Kansas State will let Hobby take that shot. Just a career 100% shooter. And Johnson about 100% herself. She can't miss.
Right off the bench, right in the game, and knocking down the three-point shot. Instant offense off the bench.
Diamond Johnson 7 for 10 shooting on Monday. And that hot streak was infectious in practice, according to her teammates. And look at the finish from Briley Glenn.
Nice drive by Briley.
She's the younger sister. Jalen, her older sister, by 2 minutes. Although to the 2, if you ask him, it feels like 10-year difference with Lee on the block.
Here's Diamond Johnson. This is her game right here. Three-point shooting. Wasted no time knocking that down.
Diamond Johnson with double figures in 19 of her 23 career games. Such an effective sixth-man scorer for Westmore.
Yes.
How so?
She is just, she's been a starter for most of her career, so coming off the bench is something new to Diamond. So for her to accept this role and come in here and, you know, do what she needs to do to help the team.
We asked
a great thing.
Raina Perez this week about what makes Diamond Johnson special. She said her creativity's underrated. That time she got to the basket and got started quickly.
Yeah, she got to the basket.
There's a steal for Kayla Jones. Looking for her friend in Johnson. And instead backs it out.
The Wildcats got back on defense very quickly.
The presence of Aoka Lee in the post. 10 blocks entering this game. Forcing NC State to shoot a lot of jumpers. Perez takes her turn from 3. And Jones there for the rebound.
And that's what the Wolfpack is going to have to do. Attack the offensive glass.
Perez backs it out in her final season. Here the Cal State Fullerton transfer. Looks up with 8. Steps into a 3. And this time knocks it in.
Raina Perez is bringing her A game today. Knocking down the nice three-point shot.
Perez up to 9 points, nearly a season high for the fifth-year senior. More assertive offensively tonight, Ernie.
Yeah, they need her offense. They need her three-point shooting in this zone that the Wildcats are playing.
Such a tough catch for Aoka Lee, who flips it around the corner. Here's the 3 for Glenn, and Briley knocks it in. Her first 3 off the bench.
And Briley again with a nice wide-open three-point shot. The Wildcats are moving the basketball around the perimeter.
Kansas State, 2 3-pointers in this game. Their season high is only 5 threes. Not a great three-point shooting team.
No, they're showing up today.
Wildcats need more of that tonight. Jones on the freshman Glenn, drives into her and collects the foul. Only the first team foul for Kansas State. So Briley Glenn, the freshman from Raymore, Maryland, And now playing alongside her sister, Jalen Glenn, and there's no greater feeling or anything having that camaraderie on the court.
Yeah, I could imagine twin sisters and both playing on the same team. It's a beautiful thing.
Second set of twin sisters Jeff Mitty's ever coached. And we'll touch on that dynamic more throughout the night. Jakia Brown-Turner deep into Glenn, and Lee sends it away. That's a dominant right-handed swat.
She's averaging 3 blocks a game. She's long, deceptively long. Her arms are very long.
Top 10 in the country in blocks is Ayoka Lee. And this team, Kansas State, leads the country with 31 blocks.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on the defensive end.
In the blink of an eye, Glenn picks up 2 fouls. Briley Glenn with her second. And decision time here for Coach Jeff Mitty. So he leads Briley in the game. Jeff Mitty, 583 wins, second among all Big 12 active career coaches. Perez, beautiful baseball pass. And Jones didn't even touch net. That's a foul on Camille Hobby, so the turnover for NC State.
Yeah, Camille Hobby kind of held Lee in that low post.
Heavy minutes for Ayoka Lee in this first quarter. 6 points, 2 rebounds in 9 minutes. Jeff Mitty leaning on his center down low. Kansas State can hang on for the final shot. Off to a 4-0 start. Best start in 5 years for the Wildcats. Goodrich off the pick is doubled. And Perez is a tip ball. No turnover just yet. Clock down to 1 for more. This is off in time. And breaks in! Kansas State ties it 19 apiece on a beautiful three-pointer.
The bank was open.
We'll have more on
Here she is on the last second. Bank shot from half.
Looking at the team jokester, Rebecca Dollinger, the Sydney, Australia product. She has a joke of the day with her teammates, and she joined our Maryland Payne earlier to have her joke for today.
A joke of the day every single day for your team. How did that get started?
I just started one day. I found a joke on TikTok, and I just came to practice and told Coach Mitty, and then it's just carried on from that day.
Now, Coach said he rolls his eyes every time when he hears this. He thinks they're pretty bad, but who's your biggest hype girl?
Definitely Stacy. She's on the coaching staff. I think Coach definitely loves him inside. He knows he likes him. He just doesn't want to show it.
Now, I was told you had a special joke prepared for us and the viewers at home. What's our joke of the day?
The joke of the day is, what do you call someone who looks after chickens? And the answer is chicken tenders.
Okay, so do you want to hear a joke about paper?
Yes.
You know what? Never mind. It's terrible.
Nailed it.
Well, I tell you what, Ernie, that joke had me laughing. I had to get back on camera for it. What'd you think of Rebecca's humor there?
You know, it was a knock-knock joke.
A little dead
Yeah,
joke.
she's a little funny.
Ernie Miners, Evan Budrovich with you, thanking Marilyn Payne for getting the joke and having her own too.
Yes.
Not as terrible as I would have thought. Iokalia contested catch and knocked out by Diamond Johnson. How about the defensive attention that NC State's paid to Lee in this first game?
Yeah, they were fronting her right there, trying not to allow her to get the ball in that particular play.
Iokalie's 6 first quarter points. She has 3 games with 30 or more. Such a dominant offensive scorer down low. And yet has not hit a three-pointer all season. Late in the clock, there's a foul drawn. Serena Sundell to the free throw line. First free throw attempts for Kansas State. Madison Hayes called for the foul. It's her first.
Madison Hayes plays hard. Tough player out of Tennessee, was a McDonald's All-American in 2020.
Kansas State, 70% as a free throw shooting team. They have dominated the first 4 games, but as Coach Jeff Mitty mentioned, in 4 different ways. Some defensive-minded, some more forcing turnovers. It's a whole new challenge tonight.
Yes. With this NC State offense and the way they like to push the ball, they're playing man-to-man now.
Turner on the floater comes up short. And who touched it last? Alyssa Cunane trying to save it. Cunane said her intensity level picked up from the opening night against South Carolina to this past weekend. Where have you seen her growth in the last 4 games?
Just her, like she said, her energy. Coach spoke to her. She wanted to pick up her intensity level, and she has.
Iokalie fighting for every inch of space against Cunane. That's a battle, and an offensive foul on Oaks. That's her first.
Great defense by Cunane, fronting her and not letting her get positioned down low. And that's what she's going to have to do all game to keep her off her game.
Lee and Cunane were each named the MVPs of their respective pods here in the WNIT. And these 2 clubs meet tonight. Not a championship match, but certainly 2 undefeated teams as Jakia Brown-Turner hits the jumper.
Jakia Brown-Turner with the nice, soft free throw jump shot. If she starts to heat up, it's going to definitely be a problem for the Wildcats.
Meanwhile, Kansas State hitting 3 three-pointers. That would be on pace for their season best. 8 is the record. A team that only shoots it at 20% from deep. Moore finds Glenn.
I see the defensive intensity has picked up for the Wolfpack.
Looking down low to Lee, and sliding it is Hayes to force the turnover. Diamond Johnson, the 6th-man standout for Westmore. 16 points in their last
Nice bounce pass.
Beautiful dime to Cunane.
Diamond set that up with a nice bounce pass to Cunane. To the lane, to the basket.
Diamond Johnson, the starting point guard at Rutgers last year, had 3 or more assists in 5 games down the stretch. Not just a scoring presence off the bench.
Yeah, she's been rebounding the ball as well.
There's Sundell for 3, and the 4th triple for Kansas State.
This is not typical of the Kansas State so far this season, but here in Reynolds Coliseum, they're knocking these threes down.
Cunane's turn, and she makes a 3. Cunane from downtown.
Cunane can hit that shot. She can knock down that 3.
She's a 50% three-point shooter. Not a huge part of her arsenal.
No.
Something she improved upon this offseason.
But if you leave her wide open, she can knock that down. She's gotten better at that shot over the years.
Kansas State wants to work it into Lee. Instead, Glenn off on the triple. 10 three-point attempts for Kansas State in this first half. Crutchfield gets to her spot. And NC State cooking 5 3-pointers.
She's been hot all season from three-point land. Crutchfield.
They call her Clutchfield around the program. ACC best, 62% from deep last season. And Lee clears out space for the lay-in.
Yeah, she keeps the ball high. She doesn't bring it down. She's a problem down low.
Lee, 31 career double-doubles, and she's been a problem all night. As Johnson back and forth we go with a jumper.
Yeah, Johnson, that's her game. She shot 40% from three-point range last year at Rutgers.
That's a difficult entry pass, and Goodridge with the turnover.
His Sundell on the 3 right here. Bang. And here's Cunane right back at you.
It's a 3-point party here in Raleigh. 9 triples in this first half, and we still have 6 minutes to play.
No, threes are flying. Diamond Johnson with the head fakes.
Cunane sizing up Oaks, who plays with 1 foul. If either of those big players get in trouble, that could be difficult for both as Oaks sends it away.
She's a shot blocker. She said, get that out of here.
15 blocks on the season, leads the Big 12 Conference. Nice cross-court pass.
Lee is demanding in the ball.
Dallinger tied up, and good defense. Kai Crutchfield forcing it.
It's Kansas State's ball.
They'll stay here for the Wildcats. What's on the shoulders of Kai Crutchfield here recently? 10 points a game and guarding one of the best attacking guards for Kansas State.
Well, she's one of the best athletes as well in the ACC.
Ooh, you can't leave Sundell open.
Sundell is hot.
5 threes for Kansas State. Wildcats are living on 3-pointers in this first half.
Yes, they are.
50% of the offense as Johnson dishes it out to Crutchfield.
Cunane
working from the block. This is the matchup to watch all night, and a block by Lee, her 3rd of the game.
She averages 3 blocks a game. You have to take it right to the shot blocker.
And she did.
She did, and it got blocked, but she had to take it straight into her chest.
Sundell again can't hit the 3, and able to knock it back out. That's a legal over in the back because of the deflection, so possession continues.
The bigs are battling down low.
This is where Kansas State can thrive, moving the ball around the perimeter. Bryn back inside, Lee, no. Ooh, look at the contact, and Everett comes up with it.
Kansas State is offensive rebounding the ball.
Ernie, look at that position, the fight in the block between Lee and Cunane.
Battle of the bigs.
Kansas State assists on 71% of their baskets. That's the most in the country. Good ball movement with 2 on the clock, and Ebert misses the jumper off the foot of Cunane, and out of bounds, NC State basketball. What a physical matchup. Offense is clicking in this first half. We'll have the final 4 minutes right after this. 10 combined three-pointers. 10 combined three-pointers tonight in Raleigh, Ernie, and both teams lighting it up from deep.
Yeah, it's raining threes in Reynolds Coliseum this evening. Here's Cunane on a nice three-pointer. Here's Diamond, that's a two-pointer. And here's Sunland. Splash. Sunland is hot, but she's wide open, and she's making them pay.
Raina Sundell heating up 2 three-pointers. She set her career high in scoring with 4 triples on Monday. It's a nice scoring sprint from the freshman.
Yeah, she's coming into this environment and knocking down threes.
Remember,
helping her team.
Kansas State's season high is 8 made three-pointers. So those 5 in this first half have really changed the dynamic of this game for Kansas
Yes,
State.
Yes, it has.
A trapping defense left a couple of open shooters, like a spider web collapsing quickly, and Cunane goes right through the middle of it for an and one.
Strong move by Cunane. Here she is right here, the nice spin move, power move to the basket for the and one.
Foul on Lauterbach, the 6'7" forward. A lot of
Cunane is a 91% free throw shooter. For a big person, that's unbelievable.
When this game gets late down the stretch, Lee and Cunane both shoot over 75% in the final 5 minutes of basketball games.
Both bigs have a nice touch at the free throw line.
Glenn kicks it out to Ebert. Kansas State has missed 4 of its last 5 shots. The Wolfpack now lead by 5.
The Wildcats move the ball around the perimeter
Dollinger
very
late
well.
in the clock. Not a movement, but a difficult shot.
Yeah, that was a difficult shot.
Jones the other way with Lee on the bench. How do you not fall for those shot fakes from Johnson?
She's got a million of them.
Cunane wanted contact and instead tripped. Does not get the call on a turnover.
Yeah, Cunane, when she getting the ball down there, she's making the moves before she gets her feet set.
So Cunane heads to the bench, and how about this? Now Lee comes in. A little bit of coaching strategy here in the second quarter.
Yes.
On the shoulders of Camille Hobby defensively, the 6'1" junior from Jacksonville.
And it keeps both bigs out of foul trouble, guarding each other.
I like the strategery from Jeff Mitty and Wes Moore in this first half.
That's coaching.
2 programs that have not met in 5 years. Kansas State won that battle, and Lee wanted a foul.
Shot.
Lee is not a three-point shooter, but a nice passer into Ebert, who's blocked. Crutchfield with her hand on it. She did step out of bounds.
The Wolfpack is picking up its defensive intensity in that last series.
So Crutchfield, another weapon for Wes Moore. Not just a three-point presence, but a defensive stalwart. Lee late in the clock, and that's a violation. Really no chance on that play.
No, it didn't hit the rim or anything. That was just an errant toss.
Unfortunately, it's the wrong player you want catching the ball with 1 second on the clock.
Yeah, exactly. Unless she's underneath the basket.
And NC State put
then it's a problem. She's a problem underneath there.
They put a fleet of ships in the paint to make sure Lee could not touch it. Crutchfield off the screen is fouled, and she goes to the free throw line. Only the second free throw attempt for NC State tonight.
Yeah, this zone is giving the Wolfpack some problems. They're still trying to figure it out.
This NC State team gets to the free throw line, the 3rd most of any ACC team in the country. That's been a strength for NC State.
Yes.
Here's tomorrow college football lineup right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app. At noon Eastern, coming off an exciting win against in-state rival Miami. Florida State takes on Phil Jerkovich and bowl-eligible Boston College. Number 20, NC State looks to bounce back as Camille Hobby is blocked. And a jump ball keeps it here. That game will be later tonight with Virginia Tech and Miami wrapping things up. So jump ball called, possession stays here.
Fans didn't like that call.
So while technically not a block for Lee, just 3 blocks and has affected 2 shots to the net as well.
She's long.
A lean, mean fighting machine. Ayoka Lee, the preseason all Big 12 forward. Gets back late, and Hobby bounces it in.
Hobby with a nice, strong move to the basket. With the N1 on the All-American, that gives her 2 fouls. There's Hobby. She's loving it.
Hobby coming off a 12-point performance. Aggressive on this play.
Yes.
You mentioned the big number of note. 2 fouls for Lee. She'll play 35 minutes a night, so will be tested as Jeff Mittie leans on his junior in the forward position.
Yeah, but they're going to need her to win this game. If she gets in foul trouble, it's going to be tough.
Just clearing out space on Hobby. Now the screen for Sundell, who's made a career-high 3 3-pointers tonight. And Perez sneaking from behind to knock it out.
Yeah, and she's catching it so low under the basket that it's making it tough for her. NC State is keeping her so far underneath the basket. When she gets it, it's making it tough for her to go up and take the shot.
Jada Moore, some complimentary scoring, finds Jalen Glenn. Remember, Lee has 8 of the 29 points for Kansas State. Clock down to 3 for Sundell. Looks up with 1 and heaves a bank shot out.
Great defensive series by NC State on that.
7-0 run for the Wolfpack, who have pulled away, making 7 of their last 8 from the field. Hobby driving in with 2 fouls on Lee. Wants a third and instead takes the step. Just dragged that pivot foot a bit.
Yeah, she dragged it, and great defense by Lee, keeping her in front, keeping Hobby out of the lane on that move.
So Lee had 8 points in this first quarter, yet to score in the second. How about Camille Hobby defensively making life tough?
Yeah, she's making life tough. She's keeping her out of the lane, and she's fronting her. She's fronting her and not letting her get the ball. She's not letting her get position, but she has position there.
Can't hit the jumper.
Nice soft touch, though.
4 of 7 shooting for the All-American candidate, Ayoka Lee. Meanwhile, Jones slashes. Who's the foul on? This is a big call with 1:10 to go.
I think that's on Lee.
So Emily Ebbert called for the foul. That's a big whistle for Kansas State.
Yeah.
As Ebbert picks up her first. Every Saturday, The Huddle with Jordan Cornette, Eric McLean, E.J. Manuel, and Mark Rick get you ready for ACC football. They'll preview the slate of games and keep you updated on all things ACC. 10 a.m. Eastern right here on ACC Network and the ESPN app.
Kayla Jones is perfect from the free throw line so far this season.
And you didn't jinx her on the free throw.
No, I didn't.
So Lee heads to the bench with those 2 fouls. You'd imagine for the next 68 seconds to close out this half.
Yeah, you don't want her to pick up a cheap one in the last minute of the second quarter.
And an over-the-back foul, grabbing Sundell. Kansas State in the second quarter only shooting 25% when they came out blazing in the first round.
Yes, they have. They were trying to post Sundell up, trying to post Diamond Johnson up.
Sundell gets her own rebound and sneaking it out. Kansas State living on 5 3-pointers tonight. Moore attacks. Finds oh, good drive. Sundell. Clock down to 4. Over to Glenn. This is a deep 3. And why not? The 6th triple for Kansas State.
Nice 3-point shot by Glenn. Kansas State is moving the ball around the perimeter.
Jalen Glenn, the 54th ranked player in the country, stepping up big time for Kansas State with 2 fouls for Lee.
That was a big shot. Brings them within 8.
4-second difference, shot and game clock to end the half. Jones sizes up Lauterbach, and beats her with a jumper.
That's Jones' game right there. She can take you off the dribble and shoot the 3-point shot as well.
Last chance for Sundell. This will count. Unlike the first quarter, the jump shot does not go in. NC State leads by 10 at the break, holding Ayoka Lee to 8 points in the first half. And the Wolfpack makes 7 of their final 8 shots from the field.
Yeah, they've been playing pretty well on the offensive end, getting what they want.
NC State pulling away in the second quarter, shooting 63%. Kayla Jones with 10 points and a balanced scoring night for the Wolfpack.
Oh, yeah, Kayla Jones is doing what she always does. Again, I call her the glue to this team. Whenever they need scoring, she provides it.
We go down to Marilyn Payne with Coach Moore.
Coach, how do you feel about the way Elisa Cunane and Camille Hobby have battled against Lee so far tonight?
Yeah, you know, Lee, she's a great player down there. We're really focusing on her a lot. And now you got to give the other players credit. They've stepped up and hit some big shots for them. So it's going to be a battle all night long. We just got to, make sure that we're focused on providing some help down there and, trying to surround her as much as we can. But then you got to close out, high hands, and contain the attack by the guards.
How do you feel that the attack has been contained to this point?
Yeah, I mean, we had a couple occasions where we closed out short and had our hands down and they knocked down threes. We had a couple of times, even late in the shot clock, we closed out, we let them drive on us. We just got to be very disciplined in our defense. But I thought we did better there in the second quarter, definitely.
Thank you for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Evan, back to you.
Maryland, what a hot start for Kayla Jones, her third double-figure scoring game of the season as NC State leads by 10 at the break.
And let's hear it one more time for your NC State H team. Massachusetts destiny. A great upset in history.
The start of ACC conference play begins in 2 weeks, Ernie. It's Pitt right around the corner. Look at the preseason poll from the coaches entering the year. NC State the favorite in the league. A chance for Virginia Tech in the top 25. 4 ranked teams in the ACC. This league is about as deep as it's ever been.
Yeah, absolutely. Georgia Tech is coming up. You know, they have some good teams. Yeah, it's going to be a tough conference play this year.
Don't forget about Duke and North Carolina, of course, with new coaches in the last 3 years. And Ernie, it's not only being voted high in the poll, it's who can win championships. And what Notre Dame did in the last 5 years has been impressive. But now Westmore and NC State, they've built themselves as the new dynasty in the ACC.
Back-to-back ACC championships. Unbelievable. Coach Moore is doing a great job with the help of these unbelievable athletes he has on the team.
Not only helping NC State win back-to-back titles, but the All-American Elisa Cunane. She's pretty funny as well. We mic'd up Elisa practice this week.
Make me fall, I'm fighting you. Hey! Hey! She pushed me! Hey guys, Lisa reporting live. Coach Nikki yelling at people what's new. Here we go, Soph. Got you. Ball. I only throw dimes, okay. Double! The best. Yeah, Jen! Good job. It was innovative, if you ask me. Think and do. Go back. Hey, I won that sprint. I know you saw my speediness. Put me at point guard, Coach Moore. The evidence is there, except for my turnovers. In the clutch! In the clutch! Dribble, man, dribble, dribble, dribble. That was my left hand. Yeah, wait. We're getting back here. We don't miss around here. Hey, go first practice, y'all.
Practice 9, okay? Here we go.
Together.
For women's basketball tickets, call the NC State Athletics ticket office at 919-865-1510.
10 as we gear you up for the second half of action. And early in this game, it was a three-point shooting contest for Kansas State. NC State working in the post. Very physical offensive game so far.
So far, absolutely. Here we go with the trends, and here's KJ with a nice three to bring it back. Elisa Conane got into the three-point game as well.
11 combined three-pointers in that first half.
Kansas State, Sunland knocking them down. And here's the last shot with the glass. I don't think she called bank, but it counts.
Jada Moore with the beautiful bank shot. And Ernie, we mentioned coming in, Lee versus Kunane, very physical matchup.
Yeah, very physical. Here she is, Lee with a soft touch. She's getting position here on Kunane and knocking it down. Sweet jump shot by Lee.
And then
here's Kunane battling with the nice left hook.
10 points in the first half.
Right back out here. Here she is with the three, trying to bring Lee outside the paint.
18 combined points. Lee was dominant in the first quarter, but Kunane in the second took over offensively.
Yes, she did. She did, and the battle's practically even here at half with Kunane with 10 points.
The next 20 minutes is the key matchup because Lee's squad has not lost a game all year. 4-0. They've never trailed at halftime. Big adjustment for Kansas State coming up.
Yeah, they're going to have to adjust to being down at the half here. 10 points on the road in a tough environment for any team in the country, with the 5th-ranked team in the country.
Remember, Lee with 2 fouls as well. And Ernie, the halftime number is always important. 6 three-pointers for Kansas State, 2 shy of their season best. We expected points in the paint to be similar.
Right.
Really the difference in this game is NC State attacking the glass.
Yes, NC State, Hobby, Kunane attacking the glass. And for Kansas State, those three-point jump shots have kind of kept them in the game.
There's Wes Moore looking to pencil in not only a 4-1 start, but his 750th win for the program. That would be crucial tonight. Been a challenging matchup in the 4th all-time meeting. Not the way things expected to go, but certainly a lot that goes into this game. Ernie, as you gear up for this second half, what must NC State and Kansas State do to find some success here in Reynolds?
Well, they got to keep getting the ball down to Kunane, try to get Lee in foul trouble. She has 2 fouls, so they're going to try to get the 3rd one on her. And for Kansas State, they got to keep moving the ball around, trying to find Lee, and they have to keep knocking that three-pointer down if they want to stay in this game.
Kansas State lived on 6 three-pointers. Such an impressive first half. NC State couldn't miss in the first quarter. That's a huge defensive challenge for Jeff Mitty's club.
Oh, yeah, with Perez knocking down shots and Diamond Johnson coming in and knocking down shots. And 10 points for KJ. Yeah, they're going to have to pick up their defensive intensity if they want to stay in this game.
Wes Moore talked about the energy and effort of his club. On Monday, 100 points. In this game, you'll hold Kansas State on average 15 points below what the Wildcats typically score. May not show up on the final box score, but really that first half defense was critical.
Yes, but again, Kansas has held the first 4 teams to 40 points a game. NC State already has 40 at half. So it's a challenge for the Wildcats here in Reynolds Coliseum.
We mentioned in the open strength versus strength, and it all leans on Aoka Lee. Scored 34 in her last game. Over 1,000 career points, just crossed the mark this week. Who's the complimentary scoring going to fill in for Aoka Lee? That's the real question here at Reynolds Coliseum. Sundell did her part in the first half. 8 points.
Yeah, Sundell has to keep it going, along with Glenn.
So Lee goes right to work and missing her first shot. Kunane there defensively.
Kunane contested that shot.
Nice pick for Jakia Brown-Turner. NC State, 5 assists, just a first half season low. Wildcats in that zone defense made life tough, including right there. Goodridge gets to the bucket uncontested for the lay-in.
She was wide open. Nobody picked her up.
Simone Goodridge putting on the gas pedal. Easy bucket. That's her 4th point.
She looked like she was on the layup line.
Perez rattles it out.
Name fighting, battling for the offensive rebound.
How critical are these first 4 minutes for Kansas State?
Very critical for them to get back into the game. They got to get Lee involved.
Here's Lee with her second shot of the half. And Aoka Lee, who started 4 of 4 from the field, is now 4 for 9.
Name has had a hand in her face in these first 2 shots.
Nice pass from Perez.
Oh,
and Cunane to the free throw line. That's the 3rd foul on Lee.
And that's what they wanted. Nice bounce pass to Cunane by Perez. Here's Goodrich, straight to the basket.
Simone Goodrich.
Nobody was in her
92nd career game. Maybe the easiest basket she's ever made.
Yes. And here's Cunane at the line. Again, shooting 91% from the free throw line.
In double figures once again for the 76th time in her career, now with 12 points. She's lived up to the challenge against all Big 12 center Aoka Lee. 2 players on the Wooden Award watch list, Lisa Leslie Award watch list. Strength versus strength. Goodrich again. Nice dribble drive and 4 quick points in the half.
Yeah, Goodrich is attacking the basket.
Veteran presence, the true senior.
Keeping the Wildcats in striking distance.
How can the zone defense cause trouble? Jones kicks it out. Crutchfield hangs on. Right back to Jones, who got it started. Can't hit the 3. Mackey with a good tip for the rebound. Back come the Wildcats. It's been all Goodrich in this quarter. Sundell's for 3. Just out.
The Bigs are battling down low. Cunane and Lee.
Lee playing on 3 fouls. Now has to guard Jones carefully.
Jones is going up with this.
And blocked. 4th rejection. Perez, oh boy. It's like a mouse in the house trying to find some space. Sets up a shooter, and it pays off for Jakia Brown-Turner.
Jakia Brown-Turner again with the sweetest left-hand jump shot in women's college basketball. You can't leave her open.
Raina Perez mentioned this week she wants to develop her game at the professional level, and passing is such a huge part. That was a great find from the senior guard.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Kansas State needs points. And a pouncing 3. Jalen Glenn hits the triple.
Jalen, that 3-pointer is keeping them in striking distance.
Kansas State 7 3-pointers, 1 shy of a season high. That was set on the opener November 9th. Club, despite a 4-0 start, really struggling 20% from deep.
Wolfpack still trying to figure this zone out.
It's a long 2 for Cunane. Just 4 of 7 shooting. Sundell can be dangerous. That's a nice spot for her at the wing. Gets another chance from 3 and back-to-back triples. Kansas State back within 5.
That 3-point shot is keeping them in the game. Sundell.
New career high, 3 triples for Sundell.
Good-looking freshman. Come in this environment and knock those shots down.
2 freshmen in the starting lineup for Kansas State. Without 2 seniors, Savannah Simmons and Rachel Ranke out with injury. Jakia Brown-Turner gets her own space.
Bang!
Oh, James Harden step back 3.
Jakia Brown-Turner showing up in the second half with the sweet left-hand jump shot.
4 minutes into this 3rd quarter, both teams lighting it up from deep. Glenn surveys and finds Goodrich. Cunane with a steal.
Yeah, good defense by Cunane.
Perez with numbers.
Good pass.
Wide open All-American.
That's the way you run a break.
Not the player you want to leave unmarked if you're Kansas State.
Beautiful pass by Perez to Cunane for the lay-in.
3 straight makes for NC State. All started with that Jakia Brown-Turner 3. Glenn, this is a deep triple. A big defensive board for the Wolfpack.
They're keeping Lee off the glass.
Holding Lee to 4 rebounds. She was named the National Player of the Week. 29 points, 11 rebounds a game. And
Tough shot by
Perez nearly had it. Offensive board. Kayla Jones cleans it up.
Kayla Jones on the offensive glass.
Timeout. Jeff Mitty for Kansas State as NC State riding a 7-0 run.
Yes. And here we go with the Wolfpack on the break. Nice pass here to Kanane with a nice lay-in.
Reynolds Coliseum, NC State leads K-State by 8 points. The Wolfpack holding on to things here to finish out this preseason WNIT. A big 48 hours for NCAA women's basketball. The NCAA voted on Wednesday to expand the national tournament from 64 to 68 teams. And with this news, they've announced that the Selection Sunday snow will also be on March 13th with the men's. This is particularly good news for K-State, which right now is projected by ESPN to be one of the last 4 teams into the tournament. And Evan, for what it's worth, NC State right now sitting as a 2 seed.
These clubs both have tournament aspirations. Kansas State made the tournament 3 years ago, and NC State, #1 national seed in the spring. Glenn attacks to her younger sister. Jalen on a tight floater, and that stops the 7-0 run.
Yeah, that was a nice offensive ball movement by the Wildcats on that particular.
And Ernie, for Kansas State, games against Oregon, nationally ranked team. South Carolina coming up. South Dakota State, a reigning champion. The Wildcats can build their resume right away as there's a foul on the shot.
Yeah.
We'll take the timeout. We'll talk about the Kansas State NCAA tournament berth right after this.
Serena Sundell, her second personal, 2 on the team.
Kansas State welcomes two talented freshmen, Jalen and Briley Glenn, separated by just 2 minutes at birth, but they're a lot more common than you think. Marilyn Payne explains more.
Yeah, Coach Jeff Mitty explains that the twins are two totally different people. He's coached a few set of twins, and he's here, and he says these are different because they complement one another really well, even though they're polar opposites. Jalen Glenn right now with her 8 points, the older of the two, and she's the older sibling prototype, completely organized, always on top of things. And Coach says Riley's the one who's always getting blamed when their apartment is the mess. But here's how they complement one another on the hardwood, despite their differences in the answering things. Riley is attack. She's high energy. She's great off the bounce, and she's always going to come up with a loose ball. Coach really loves that but says she needs a little bit of what Jalen has, which is calm and steadiness all the time. Jalen, Coach says, is the same exact steady player all the time. She's always got deep range of skill, and that steadiness can be fantastic, but she actually needs a little bit of Riley's aggression, so he's trying to get the twins to meet in the middle with their skill set.
Aaron, they're both on the floor right now. Fun thing to watch. Jalen with 5 points. Big third quarter as Lee gets her first basket of the second half.
Yeah, they whipped the ball around the perimeter and found Lee for the nice jump hook off the glass.
Remember, Kansas State assists on 72% of its buckets. That's the best rate in the country. And I start getting the ball to Lee. Perez doing her duties, finding Johnson. And off on the wing three. Hayes the rebound.
Hayes, Madison Hayes, she hustles. She plays hard. Getting that offensive rebound for the Wolfpack.
She's forced 2 steals.
Tough shot.
Can't hit her own 3. Rebound, Johnson somehow sneaks out with it. NC State 50% from deep. Kansas State's made a season best 8 3-pointers. A lot of triples tonight.
She's locked in.
Can't hit that one. And Glenn with the rebound. The younger sister Briley snatches it in.
Here's Sunland on the push.
Lee fighting for position. And Alyssa Kunin, give her credit defensively, holding Lee to 10 points on 10 shots.
Yeah, that shot was contested, but she did get position.
Now Lee has to guard Kunin with 3 fouls. Brown Turner on the shot fake.
Tough shot.
Ooh, an air ball. NC State dominating the glass, but a turnover forced by Glenn. Sundell, the true freshman herself, a hot shooting night, 11 points.
They're trying to find Lee. They're trying to get the ball to Lee.
Sundell clears it out. Now Lee with position. Tough fadeaway. And Kunin, excellent defensively. No easy shots.
No, she's keeping a body on her and making her work for that position.
Ayoka Lee, 70% shooter from the field. Not as much tonight. And Kunin into the body of Lee.
I thought Kunin got fouled on that.
Would have been her 4th. Instead, Goodrich in transition. Swings it out to Glenn, who bounces it in. That's Briley Glenn with the layup.
Nice baseline lay-in by Glenn.
So Briley and Jalen, 2 top 100 recruits according to ESPNW Hoop Girls. And a big addition for Jeff Mitty here in year 8.
I think they should try to get the ball into Kunin.
Johnson breaks down the zone and the teardrop.
Johnson with the nice floater off the baseline.
Johnson, a creator by trade, 10 points a game, one of 3 in double figures for NC State on the season. Today it's been Kunin's show, 14 down low. Corner 3. It's strong for Kansas State.
There's Diamond Johnson on the rebound at 5'5".
Smallest player on the court. Sets up Perez, who's even shorter, and she hits the 3. Doesn't matter about size when you can knock down your 8th triple as a team.
No. Perez is locked in.
Perez did joke this week in practice. It was nice to have a player a bit shorter. Who forgot about Sundell? Wow, easy layup.
Sundell with a nice pause.
Hit him with the breaks, and then Sundell with 13 gets to the basket.
He threw everybody off on that one.
Only averaged 6 points a game entering this week. Scored 15 on Monday and 13 more tonight.
She's a good-looking freshman. Nice size for a point guard.
3-second difference here in the third quarter. Perez operates to Johnson. Now with 2. And the free throw jumper bounces out. Kansas State ball with 1.4 left. Neither team shooting well in this third quarter as Kansas State hanging around late in the third.
Yeah, hanging around. Hobby's in the game.
Keep an eye on 6'7" Taylor Lauterbach by the basket in case of a Hail Mary here from Jada Moore. Rebecca Dollinger comes in. She leads the team in three-point makes and now throws the ball in. Can Moore repeat her first quarter performance? Can't get the shot off.
Couldn't get the shot off this time.
So we go to the
Perez
fourth.
said not this time.
Reina Perez, 12 points, carrying NC State in the second half.
Here's Perez with a nice wide open 3. Bang!
NC State entered this game with 3 players averaging double figures. They get the same result here through the first 3 quarters tonight.
Yeah, balanced scoring attack by the Wolfpack with Perez and Cunane leading the way, and Jones, again, the glue with 12.
Cunane stepping up offensively as well. And with the assignment of guarding Oak Lee down low, that's a real big challenge. She's lived up to the challenge.
Yes, she has. She's been very aggressive. Not letting her get in position and contesting all of Lee's shots in the paint.
You see Perez, she said we have this month circled on the calendar. Matchup with Indiana coming up. Matchup with ACC play December 10th. And wanting to go 4-0 in this WNIT.
And she was very positive about that Indiana and all these games that they have circled.
Because as a coach, you want every player to say every game's the same.
Yeah, you as a coach, next game. You're not thinking about the game a month from now.
Shot clock to 10 for Sundell. She's sitting on a career high in points, now with 13. 4-step shot with 4 seconds.
Good defense by Hobby.
Hobby with an and one earlier in the third, now playing some defense in the fourth. Hayes zips it into Hobby. Good cross-court pass to Crutchfield, who knocks in the three.
Crutchfield is killing from three.
NC State, 10th made triple of this game. Actually, their 9th so far. One was called back. Nonetheless, really lighting it up from deep.
Kai Crutchfield is locked in on that three-point line.
Sundell attacks. Off balance, no. And Hobby, big minutes in this second half. No Lee nor Cunane, different post players. And Hobby's making her presence felt.
Nice bounce pass by Hayes to Hobby with a nice jump hook.
And an early timeout for Jeff Mittie in Kansas State. We'll take the break as well. Offensive battle as NC State looks to pull away here in the fourth.
Here's a nice three by Kai Crutchfield. Gotcha. Hobby with a nice jump hook.
Thanks. Big minutes for junior center Camille Hobby. While only 5 points and 3 rebounds, her all-around presence has been big for NC State.
Yes, it has. She's been playing great defense, fronting Lee, and just playing aggressively and knocking the shots down that she's been getting the ball from the guards. She's been doing a great job this evening for the Wolfpack.
Scored 12 points on Monday night, but her defense has been locked in on the Big 12's leading scorer, Aoka Lee, coming off a 34-point outing. Held to just 10 tonight. Ebert gets it inside to Lee, and there's a floater. Lee up to 12 points.
Nice shot by Lee. I mean, she got a great touch with that left-handed, right-handed jump hook.
Aoka Lee, the preseason player of the year in the Big 12. Some expectations to fill, and Hobby getting going.
Hobby said, I'm not scared. I can step out and knock it down.
Ernie, you could argue the difference in this game is the depth of NC State versus the starting five of Kansas State.
Absolutely. The subs who come in for NC State has contributed greatly.
The defense that time affects the shot from Lee. Brown Turner sprints into the front court, looking for an open three, and nearly had it. Offensive rebound, Johnson. That's her 4th of the night.
Hobby's going for it.
Good spin move and the lay-in for Hobby. 9 points off the bench.
Hobby with the nice left hand scoop shot to the basket.
NC State +4 in bench points. It feels like a lot more because of the presence of Hobby.
She's taking it right to Lee.
Lee comes up short. Tough shooting stretch, 6 of 15. Johnson sprints ahead.
Johnson.
Someone's got to stop her. And Lee scoops up the rebound. Sundell plays in space. Works it down low to Glenn. Kansas State needs a triple. They've been living on threes tonight, have made 8. And Lee is fouled. Johnson hooked her.
Here's Camille Hobby with a nice left-handed scoop shot on the All-American. Hobby's excited. Give me the ball. And the crowd gives her a nice round of applause. They recognize that she's been balling hard this evening.
Big minutes for Camille Hobby, 9 points off the bench. Now the matchup of Cunane and Lee as Johnson takes it away. Diamond Johnson all by herself for the lay-in.
They weren't going to catch Diamond on that break.
Largest lead for NC State at 20. Well, subtract 2. Lee on the board with the lay-in. Just when you sleep on Aoka Lee, she sneaks behind the defense for a layup.
Yeah. Cunane
on the spin. Filthy move. 16 points for Cunane, who's heating up at the right time.
Cunane wheeling and dealing down low with the left hand.
Both teams trading punches in this fourth quarter. Trying to hand Kansas State its first loss of the season, but Sundell has other plans from 3.
Sundell. She is on fire this afternoon, this evening.
That's a new season high. 9 triples for Kansas State. Entered this game shooting 20% from deep.
Cunane thought about it on the 3.
Crutchfield rolls it home, and the balanced scoring. NC State, 6 different players with 8 or more points. How do you stop a team like that when everyone gets involved?
And they're sharing the basketball. It's hard.
Kayla Jones with the steal. Can she join the party? Finds Johnson.
Johnson was looking to pass it off to Crutchfield.
Balanced scoring for West Moore's club. Cunane leads the charge. Goes into Lee and is denied. 5 blocks for the junior center.
She has long arms and she keeps them stretched. Here's Diamond with the nice pick steal, and she's off to the races. A nice land. Diamond Johnson.
Johnson so elusive, 8 points off the bench. Cunane ggets the foul was looking for, so 4 fouls on Aoka Lee.
Yeah, she's taking it right to Lee.
And Aoka Lee, the All-America candidate, has to be smart here with 5:16 to play. Lisa Cunane said this week, this game is on me. I need to win this matchup against Lee, and she's done it so far.
Yeah, she's played great. She's a 91% free throw shooter, and she wants that free throw back.
Makes the second, so 4 for 5 on the day. And first minutes for the birthday girl, Isaiah James, the true freshman turning 19.
Happy birthday, Isaiah James. She's averaging 7.3 points a game.
Need some big minutes from her to guard Briley Glenn. The twin sisters on the court for Kansas State. Lee backing down. Tough bank shot.
She's tough down there, man, with those bank shots and floaters.
Little Tim Duncan-esque 16 points.
Yeah, she keeps the ball high. She never brings it down.
Ooh, Johnson goes into the size of Lee and somehow drops it in.
Johnson is just fearless.
Fearless and then some. Double figures for the 3rd straight game. Give her 10 points. Lee with great position. Ebert couldn't find her.
Mopac playing great defense.
Ebert, good cross-out pass. Glenn, the floater is no good. And saved by NC State.
There's Kai Crutchfield on the push.
Wolfpack lead by 20, largest lead of the night.
They're trying to get it into Cunane. Trying to foul Lee out.
Lee with 4 fouls defensively.
Cunane lost her balance.
Shot clock resets at 20.
Giving it right back to her.
Cunane blows by Lee, and there's a foul.
I think it's on Sunland.
It is the reach in on Serena Sundell.
Sorry.
Nonetheless, NC State getting to the free throw line here with 4 minutes to play.
Yeah, they're getting the ball down to the big girl, the All-American.
Wolfpack 10 of 12 from the free throw line tonight. On Monday night, we'll have a college basketball doubleheader with Charleston Southern and Georgia Tech at 7. And then our featured game, Coach K and number 9 Duke host the Citadel at Cameron Indoor. Both games on ACC Network and the ESPN app. Cunane misses 2 free throws in this fourth quarter. That's a rarity for the senior All-American, who shoots it at 75% in games with 5 minutes or less to go. That's one area Westmore will remind his seniors stand out. Although her defense has been great, forcing another turnover, and Johnson sprints ahead of the pack. Wisely, the Wolfpack slow it down.
I think they're going to get in this Cunane again.
See Cunane there asking for the ball from Johnson, who works the shot clock. James on the penetration. Somehow banks it in. The birthday gift for Isaiah James.
She's a young gun. She lofted that off the glass.
Westmore mentioning she's too young to know what not to do at times, and she finds the bank shot there. 23 bench points for the Wolfpack.
She is talented.
Sundell draws the foul on Cunane. Just her second. Isaiah James, have yourself a birthday.
Here's James on the lefty, off the glass. Happy birthday to me.
I imagine your birthday festivities were nice and normal, Ernie Myers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the score in a game like this on your birthday, that's a nice birthday gift for the young Isaiah James.
Those are big minutes for James as well, with 3 to play. And Kai Crutchfield gets a standing ovation as she exits the court.
And she deserves it. She played a great floor game, knocked her 3-point shots down.
Jessica Timmons gets those minutes, the true freshman from Charlotte. 22-point game. It would be a heck of a comeback for Kansas State here with 3 minutes to go in Raleigh. Congratulations to Serena Sundell with that free throw. A new career high, 18 points in her freshman season.
That's a great game coming in here in the number.
Ooh, and Johnson,
5th-ranked team in the country,
picked up her pivot foot. So the Wolfpack with 9 turnovers. That's a good number for Westmore's club.
Oh, yeah. He plays the defense to create the turnovers, to create offense for his team. And that's what he wants out of his players, out of his defense.
Time running out for Kansas State as Sundell rattles out the 3. Lee's rebound is fouled on the way up. So Lee with 16 points, 8 rebounds, nearly a double-double, goes back to the free throw line. By the way, Ernie, just the first free throws for Okoye Lee tonight.
Yeah, she's a great free throw shooter as well for a big. She has nice hands.
Okoye Lee, not just an excellent player, but excels off the field as well in the community service role, part of the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America program. You see her young sister, Kyla, there that she keeps an eye on in the community. Such a nice presence for a balanced student athlete.
Oh, beautiful. You know, she's an All-American on the court and off the court.
Jeff Mitty said her favorite player to coach all time is Diamond Johnson knocks in the 3.
Diamond Johnson.
Not a bad gift for Westmore off the bench, 13 points.
She gets her feet set, you can count it.
So the Wolfpack with 10 threes tonight. They average 10 triples a game, Ernie. That sits 15th in the country. What a weapon for this offense.
Yeah, and you got the big inside. Cunane is a great balance. Lee with a nice jump hook in the lane.
21-point game. Lee sitting on 19 herself. James around the screen.
Ooh,
somehow
nice
finds
hesitation.
an avenue, and Isaiah James a crafty 4 points.
She's tricky with it. She had him paused up there with the left hand, thought she picked up her dribble and kept it going for the nice lefty lay-in.
Not just the circle of death on your Mac. That was a pause that led to some creativity for James.
Yes.
Glenn the other way.
Glenn.
Ooh, nice idea.
The back.
Could not finish. Here's a 3-ball for James. Lee the rebound.
Why not?
One rebound away from her 32nd career double-double. So if you're Kansas State, clear out of the lane and let Lee get this board.
Yes. We got a minute 20 to go.
Kansas State hung tough in the first quarter, all tied at 19, but the Wolfpack pulled away in the second. As there's a reaching foul on Timmons.
Here's James on the drive. Paused a little with a nice left-hand scoop.
So the seniors head to the bench here with a minute and 14 seconds. Freshman checking in. Sophie Hart joins the party. And Cunane gets a breather after an excellent performance for NC State.
Yes, she has. She played great defense and great offense this evening.
Sundell rolls home the three. A career-high 21 points for the true freshman.
Sundell is a great-looking freshman.
She was the Class 4A Player of the Year in Maryland.
She's poised and she's knocking down the open jumper.
Off on the three, and there's a double-double for Okoye Lee, 32nd of her career. Ebert continues to play hard, and the fast break layup gets Kansas State with an 18. No quit in this Wildcat club.
Here's Genesis Bryant. Has crossover. Timmons is going to shoot this. She can knock it down.
NC State shooting 50% from three. James with the steal, and 6 points for the true freshman.
James, he says, I'm in here on my birthday, I'm getting mine.
Final 30 seconds in the last game of the preseason WNIT.
She scores in bunches.
Sundell off a career night, creates some space.
Oh,
and there's a steal for James. On her birthday, nonetheless.
She's going all the way.
To the bucket. And free throws for Isaiah James, the Virginia Beach product. Couldn't ask for a better performance in her big birthday.
No, she's got coming in game. And
speaking of birthdays, Wes Moore and the gang head on the road across the country. What a trip to the Bahamas to take on Maryland and Washington State.
Tough team.
And return to the States to take on number 4 Indiana in the 2nd of December.
James is a good offensive threat coming off the bench with the left hand.
Gotta love the reactions from the starters watching the freshman step in.
Not afraid.
So after a tie game through the first 10 minutes, NC State's offense explodes for a 90-burger here at Reynolds Coliseum. And with a three-pointer off for Kansas State, the Wolfpack knock off the undefeated mark for the Kansas State Wildcats. And the Wolfpack moved to 4-1 with an offensive juggernaut performance, 4 in double figures for Wes Moore's club.
Balanced scoring attack, inside and out, threes, down low, unbelievable performance by the Wolfpack.
You see Reina Perez with 12 points. She was crucial in the second half. Reina and Cunane said this week, this game is circled on our calendar. We want to go undefeated in the preseason WNIT, and that's exactly what NC State does.
Yeah, and they came and they brought their A game. They can scratch this one off the list. They played Lee tough and the Wildcats tonight.
So Elisa Cunane, the player to watch coming in. All she does is go 18-6 with a big offensive outing.
Yeah, here she is. They looking for her right here with the nice lay-in for Cunane. She stepped out, knocked the three down, brought Lee outside the paint. Here she is, taking the sophomore to the basket here with the tough and one. And here she is with the nice scoop, left hand, jump hook in the lane. Cunane, the All-American.
In the battle of All-American centers, Lee gets 19 points, a bunch of that late in a double-double, and Cunane held her own defensively, nearly a double-double herself, and a quality win, maybe the biggest win for NC State by who they've played to close out this WNIT.
Yes, Kansas State was a nice team to come in here and beat. They were 4-0, coming in here playing some great basketball, but they ran into the number 5 team in the country at home and that's tough for anybody.
NC State, a 42nd straight non-conference win over an unranked opponent. It's a good stretch for Westmore's team to a 4-1 start and a trip to the Bahamas coming up next week.
Yeah, I wish we can go.
So NC State with the win, not only 4-1, but now see the light at the end of the tunnel. More ranked opponents upcoming and a quality home stretch to start the year with 5 straight in this building.
Yes, nice home stand for the Wolfpack. Now they go on the road.
Win number 970 all time for the program. And you see this balanced team that had contributions all over the board. 8 players with at least 7 points scored. Maybe none more important tonight than the senior, than the captain, than the post player down low, Elisa Cunane, who dominated with 18 points, and she joins Marilyn Payne down on the court.
You told us on Thursday that one of the pivotal parts about your team coming into the WNIT was the ability to not just play basketball, but play it like you love it. What about the matchup that you had tonight made it easier to play like you love the game?
You know, they were a tough team, and our defense just really came out, and we had to play hard on defense. We just turned into offense, and when we're scoring, we're a happy team.
You have 4 teammates scoring in double figures. Why is it so important that this team continues to develop the depth that's already there?
Just so we can play together and go in the long run. You know, we have a lot of people firing in all different positions, and it makes it tough to guard us.
For you specifically against Ayoka Lee, what was the emphasis and how were you able to execute well?
I mean, she's a great player. We knew she was going to shoot turnarounds with no dribble, so just keeping her pushed off the block, which was tough, because like I said, she's a great player, great turnaround, but the guards helping in, we were able to execute.
The best thing that you told me on Thursday was that you don't go half in on being a fan of women's basketball. Why is it so important that you guys hit the road with a win here at home for your fans?
It's huge in this environment, just to be able to play in front of Reynolds, back in front of fans. They love women's basketball, so we got to give them what they love.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Elisa Cunane. The NC State home crowd had a lot to cheer about tonight. 90 points from the offense with 4 in double figures as the Wolfpack hold off a late fury from the bank shot of Kansas State, handing the Wildcats their first loss of the year. For Ernie Myers, I'm Evan Bodrovich. Thanking you for joining us tonight from Reynolds Coliseum. This is a presentation of ESPN. NC State, a 4th straight victory, knocking off Kansas State from the unbeatens.